my original plan for this was to kind of come out and do a ritual for like Njordur or maybe Freya, a god that like, one of the gods that kind of got me into the whole paganism thing, but I guess I got delayed by a day, and that was yesterday. The tires were put on the bike. The tires let me access trails like this on a street bike. It's a CB300R. Not the best thing in the world for this kind of action, but it's enough. And that after that delay, I wasn't able to ride, and something happened, and it was the death of Renee Good. So my plans changed, and I decided that it would be a better focus for this. So I'm gonna get all my stuff out and together and set up a little spot for the camera, probably on my helmet here or something, and see if we can do something. So I'm not very reconstructionist, I'm very eclectic. I kind of just, not necessarily make things up as I go, but I follow what feels right more than what somebody in a book says is right. You know, I think that's a better way to do things, but I still do take hints and cues from reconstructionists. There are a lot of reconstructionists that I respect a lot. So my intent for this was that I was going to, like I said, kind of just talk about the different gods, starting with the ones that are the most important to me personally, and continuing from there. And I do still intend to do that. But today we're going to be doing 3 gods instead of just one. And the 3 gods we're going to be talking about today are Tyr, Fenrir, and Freya. And let me explain my reasoning a bit here. Obviously this is following kind of a tragedy that occurred, and Tyr is a god associated with justice, and I want justice. Fenrir is a god that evokes the concept of revenge. He is what happens when the legal system fails. He is what happens when someone takes matters into their own hands. And then there's a story. I should have found it before I came out, but there is a story out there that talks about a woman whose husband was lost at sea, much like Freya's was in the stories. And this woman decided that she was going to refuse any food until her husband returned safe. Well, he never returned, and she died of malnutrition. She starved. And in this story, Freya welcomes her into Folkvagner, even though she wasn't slain in battle. And it gives me this feeling, this concept that you don't have to fall in battle to be welcomed to Freya's hall. You just have to be brave. And that woman was brave, just like Renee Good was brave and dying doing what she died doing. So Freya felt relevant as well. There is a little thing I do for people who have died. And normally, what I do is I write something about something that I want to say to them, and I put it on a piece of paper, and then I burn that paper. Under normal circumstances, this would be to the god Hel, and I would never read it aloud for anybody. But given that this is for Freya, I might read it. I haven't decided yet. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to read it for the camera, and then later decide if I want to include it or not. So if there's a cut and I never read it, you know what happened. So, with all that preamble out of the way, let's do a ritual. Whew. No damage? Everything's fine? Everything looks good. This scared me, that's all. If they get blown out, I'm just gonna ignore them. It's very wet out here, so don't worry about everything being dry. If you saw any of the footage for me driving up here, which I might show some of, probably will show a lot of actually, it's very wet out here. Freja, Vanadis, Queen of the Valkyries, Goddess of brave women. We call upon you today because a tragedy has struck. We've lost a genuine, good woman who only wanted to help people. I call upon you, Freja, to bring this woman peace, to take this woman into your halls, where she will be with other brave women. Tyr, champion of justice, the one-handed, binder of Fenrir, we call upon you for justice, for those who have committed this terrible act, to be brought to justice, to face trial, and to be made to pay for the evil that they have committed. And Fenrir, I call upon you because I have started to lose faith in this country's justice system. So, Chainbreaker, God of Ragnarok, God of revenge, should justice not be done by the law, may it be done by other hands. Freja, my offering for you is a little unorthodox. I wrote something that maybe could be passed along to Renee. For Renee Good. Renee, I never knew you, only your tragedy. Only that you were murdered by black-hearted monsters. Only that you were loved, that you were married and happy, that you had children who will miss you. I only ever knew you as brave, as a warrior who fought for others. Renee, as you enter the halls of whichever gods you seek, I hope you arrive on Valkyrie wings. I hope all of the brave women that went before you meet you there. I hope your ancestors meet you with a warm embrace. And if you should go to Folkvagner to be with Freja, I hope to someday meet you. That felt right. I think I'll include it. For Tyr, something I made at home. A little bit of tea. Normally this is the type of thing I would give Freja, but there we go. There we go. And a lot of the people I know would give Fenrir just like meat, but I'm a vegetarian, so to you, Fenrir, I'll be giving you this last piece of dyed quartz that I have. The rest of this went into making a necklace that I wear with my gathered smocker. And I'm just going to put this right here because I don't intend to leave that out here. Actually, it's just a rock. I guess it's okay to leave out here. That's actually a good spot for it. Cool. Renee, I hope justice is done, and I will do what I can to help make sure that happens. But for now, I hope wherever you are, you found peace.